Billie!
Yeah, I hate still.
You're gonna get the book.
Story time.
You're gonna get a guy.
Story time, story time, story time.
Problem? Things in there, by the way.
That's why I'm opening it really carefully.
Oh, it's Julie! And Lauren said word on this phone.
You said word?
IDK.
Story time. Story time, story time. Story time? Story time.
Leanne, story time. Story time? Okay.
It takes like an hour to read them.
I do.
okay.
Because I look at the artwork. Where's page one?
Because it's got red hair.
For my family and friends, including my little brother Adam, thank you for keeping me company on life's unique path. You're boring. No. Billie the unicorn grew up in a cornfield. There she had spent most of her life.
Hello, Your Majesty.
Sowing kernels, tending stalks, and playing with corn cobs. However, she had decided it was time to visit somewhere new. Billie remembered the mystical forest where her cousins lived. What's that word? In the art. Rhubarb? And smudge? What she said took care of the woods in their own special way. So Billie said goodbye to the place she had called home and set off to find them. The forest was beautiful and mysterious. Billie couldn't wait to see Rhubarb and Smudge. Strolling in the cool shade and listening to the singing birds, she wondered where her cousins were. Billie, shouted a voice from the shadows. Yay, we've missed you. Smudge bounded out and gave her a kiss on the nose. There is always room in the forest for another unicorn, declared Rhubarb. Since she loves having company, I'll put the kettle on. La 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 la. So pretty. Right words. The three young unicorns had tea and told stories and sang songs all night long. And then Billie fell asleep dreaming of all the adventures tomorrow would bring. Early the next morning, the three unicorns trotted out to a small clearing in the forest. Billie watched Smudge playfully grow enormous sunflowers. Billie hoped she would learn how to do the same. Yes, snail. It's not waving, though. A few skips away, Rhubarb was adding her own magic to a patch of strawberries, humming a sweet song as she worked. Rhubarb loved the fruit scent, and Billie did too. It is time for me to practice, Billie exclaimed with glee. She tried thinking of Rhubarb's strawberries and Smudge's sunflowers. A small green stem began to curl up from the earth. Billie was excited. What would it be? It was a cornstalk. Oh my God! Wahaha, giggled the Smudge. I have never seen corn grow in the forest before. Smudge, you are being very rude. Rhubarb scolded her. Little brother, need I remind you when you first tried to grow a flower? It ended up being a mushroom. Billie, don't worry about what Smudge and I can do, advised Rhubarb. Just be yourself. Think about what you like, and the magic will do the rest. So Billie remembered the clear blue skies back home, the chubby, buzzing bees, and the smell of the summer wind. Just then, a delicate blue cornflower popped up out of the soil. Ooh, the cousins were amazed. It is so small, but it's so pretty, Smudge whispered as he leaned closer for a good look. Billie, this flower reminds me so much of you, praised Rhubarb. Later that afternoon, Billie overheard a conversation. Isn't this forest lovely, come to be? There are so many swell flowers here. Yes, but I heard the Queen's garden is the most beautiful, quipped the butterfly. Billie returned to Rhubarb. Is it true the Queen had the best garden? I don't know, but I am happy staying in the forest. Everything I could ever want is here, Rhubarb replied with a mouthful of flowers.
What are your names?
But in the days that followed, Billie continued to wonder what delightful treasures waited elsewhere. Then one evening, after dinner and tea, Billie snuck away from the woods. She wanted to see the Queen's garden. Billie thought maybe I could learn more there, so she headed towards the dark mountains where the Queen's castle lay. It looks kind of like the Matterhorn.
Not really.
Yes, it does. It's white. Okay. After walking all night, Billie arrived at the Queen's fortress. It rested on a top of a great peak and was nothing like she had seen before. Billie approached the front door, and before she had said a word, the steel gates cracked open. She crept down the long entryway. Robotic guards stood silently at either side. "Who comes to visit me?" called a grand voice from a throne down the hall. Hi, my name is Billie, the unicorn said nervously. "I heard you have the most beautiful garden. It would be my honor to grow flowers there." "Well," sighed the Queen, "let me see what you can do, and then I shall decide." Billie's horn sparked, and a blue little cornflower sprung from the floor.
From the blah blah blah?
The alabaster. "My, that is quite lovely, isn't it? Well, you must follow me to the garden." The Queen seemed happy. "Hooray! I can't wait to tell Rhubarb and Smudge," Billie thought as she proudly followed the Queen outside. However, to Billie's surprise, the garden was different from what she had imagined. It was made of large metal flowers. In the middle sat a wary old unicorn who had been tirelessly creating all the plants around him. "You can leave now," yawned the Queen as she removed the old unicorn's chain. "I found someone to take your place. She is young and will do a better job." "Now then, show me what it is you do so well," sneered the Queen coldly. Yeah. With a glimmer of magic, another cornflower popped from the ground. Billie smiled at her tiny creation. How boring," complained the Queen. "I've already seen that. Can't you do better?" I also know how to grow corn," volunteered Billie. Surely the Queen must like corn. "I have no need for corn." With that remark, the Queen smashed the poor little flower with her scepter. And she goes from being all happy to traumatized. Focus. Focus. "Make flowers that look like all the rest," commanded the Queen angrily. "I have a prince visiting tonight, and this garden must look its best for my guests. You have until sunset." Before she stormed away, she chained Billie so she could not leave. Desperately, Billie tried to do what the Queen wanted, but none of the flowers turned out right. They were all bent and smelled oddly of corn. As the hours passed away, Billie did not know what to do. The only thing left was to cry. "Billie," a familiar voice called. It was Rhubarb. Her friends had climbed up over the stone walls and now leaped down to their sad cousin. "We've been so worried about you," Smudge cried. "We're here to take you home." "I can't go back with you," sobbed Billie. "I'm stuck here until I finish the Queen's garden. If I don't, who knows what will happen to me." "I know this much. You cannot grow real flowers if you are unhappy," decided Rhubarb. "Come on, Smudge, let's get to work." The two siblings danced circles around the yard. Instantly, vines spread and flowers blossomed. Seeing the bright colors and love of her family, Billie began to feel much better. When Rhubarb and Smudge were finished, the place was full of charm and life. The sun began to set.
Charmander?
Yes, Charmander. As the sun began to set, and soon the Queen strolled in with the prince. "This is my garden, the most lovely in all the land." She stopped when she noticed all of the strange plants the little unicorn had grown. "This is not what I wanted," she screamed. This is what you want." "These flowers are terrific," exclaimed the prince. "Oh, thank you, my dear." The Queen answered slyly, "My hard work was worth it." "That's not true," cried Billie. "My cousins made all of this, not you." "I am calling the guards, and your cousins can take your place," shrieked the Queen. "We are going home where we belong," snorted Billie. Her horn began to glow, and the earth began to shake. Suddenly, plants sprang beneath the Queen's feet. The flowers grew as tall as trees, and Billie and her cousins escaped from the castle walls. "I order you to come back down here," demanded the Queen. But her robots could not move. The vines and leaves tangled up their gears. The unicorns headed for their horse-back home and didn't look back. Billie thanked her cousins for their help. "I am sorry for the trouble I have caused. I am glad that you have came to find me. Without you, nothing turned out right, because my heart was with you the whole time." The three unicorns went back to The 3 unicorns went back to their carefree days in the forest. Sometimes on a clear day, they would gaze out on places beyond. There in the distance, on top of a great mountain, would sit a grand garden, said by many to be the most beautiful in all the land. The end. Yay, Leanne! I love this book.
I wish I could have gotten the book too, Leanne.
You are getting the book.
I wish I could have gotten that gift.
I'm dead. My foot is dead. Ow. Meow, 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 meow. What? I can't do that to you. It'll scare people. At least I can do it quietly. I don't know. You're awful.
Hi.
This is what we do at Disneyland. We stand by the characters, ignoring them, doing our own things.
And then a band goes by.
Yeah.